This is the mashup, baby.
This is the Worth Your Salt quest on Spaceport for Celeste. At the time of making, this one's really annoying in that it's bugged. You need to be able to complete this quest in the session you're in before anybody else does. If somebody else does the quest, you're not going to be able to complete it. It took me about a dozen attempts to complete it, so hopefully it's patched by the time you get around to doing it, or get lucky and get in the session early. When you're dropping the battery off on the final stage, if this box isn't blue, giving you the option to drop it, somebody else has already completed it, you can see the battery in here, you're not going to be able to complete this quest. You're going to have to extract and come back in again in another session to be able to complete it. Because of that, it's probably worth coming in a free loadout, because you might have to try it a couple of times. It took about a dozen times for me. I was getting here and there'd be like a dozen batteries around the drop-off point, or people running around trying to finish it. So you need to be lucky, you need to be early, or hopefully they patched it by the time you get around to it. Anyway, you need to get to rocket assembly here on Spaceport, and then on the western edge there'll be this walkway up here. Hopefully you don't get the wasps or hornets like I did. What you're looking for once you're up on this walkway is over in the top left corner here where we're looking at in a sec. There's going to be a box with a battery in. You need to go across the walkway and pick the battery out of the box. There's only a few steps you've got to do in the one session, and then they're all fairly close to each other, so once you're here, and if nobody else has already completed it, you should be able to do it fairly straightforward. You also don't need to take anything back to Speranza, so you don't have to worry about an extract afterwards either. Once you've completed the step, that's the mission done. Here's the box with the battery in it. Open the box, get the battery, and then you're looking to get it charged. The charger is back in the middle of this gantry on the floor. So follow where I'm going. Drop the battery in this box. For me, the interactions were a bit flaky, so you've got to find just the right point. Place the battery in, and there's a button on the side of the box you need to interact with to charge it. And then the final step is to take the charged battery over to the box in the corner and drop it in that. Now you can do all this even if it's bugged, so it's only now that you really find out if you're going to get a problem or not. It's worth going over to the corner beforehand to see if there's any other batteries there, or if there's any batteries in the box. If there's a blue light showing, then all is good. You should be able to drop it in and you're the first one to do it. Make sure you drop it in the right place. Again, like I say, the interaction can be a bit flaky. If it completes, the box closes like this and you get the pop-up in the top left. That's the quest done. You don't need to worry about the extraction. Nice one. The reward is a Vita spray blueprint as well, so it's well worth doing. Although it's an annoying mission, the reward is quite a good one, so stick it out and give it a go.
Raider. Our crews picked up the salt battery you stowed away and are trying to connect it to the grid. Thanks a lot. I just wished it had ever made it to full production.
That's right, baby! 100%, baby!